We've identified 6 factors that are important when evaluating possible sites for a geological disposal facility, or GDF. One of these 6 siting factors is the environment. The environment siting factor is about the positive and negative impacts a GDF could have on the environment. It also covers aspects like sustainability and the use of natural resources. And it also goes the other way. We look at the potential effects the environment could have on the GDF as well. Each of the 6 siting factors is broken down into a number of considerations. Within the environment siting factor, there are 2 considerations: environmental implications and protected habitats and species. The environmental implications consideration looks at what investigating, constructing, operating and closing a GDF in a particular area could mean for the local environment. It includes air quality, noise and vibration, biodiversity, climate resilience, greenhouse gas emissions, cultural heritage, flood risk and coastal change, water quality, including surface and groundwater, the landscape, land use, geology and soils, and materials and waste. The protected habitats and species consideration looks at what investigating, building, operating, and finally closing a GDF could mean for protected habitats and species. This includes looking at nationally and internationally important sites, such as special protection areas and sites of special scientific interest. Locally interesting sites, such as local nature reserves and individual wildlife species and habitats. These include ancient woodland, which is valuable both for its diversity of species and for its longevity as a woodland. As well as thoroughly evaluating the 2 environment considerations, we use environmental baseline surveys to understand the current environment. This way, we can identify locations where building a GDF is not only technically possible, but could also benefit the environment overall. By taking this approach, we can not only help protect the environment, but also support local communities. We work closely with these communities, exploring ways to enhance their local environment for the future. When we're evaluating the environmental siting factor, we prioritize avoiding harm, minimizing impacts, restoring habitats, and compensating for any unavoidable harm. This way, we're addressing the environmental impacts comprehensively and responsibly. The 6 siting factors set out the broad topics that need to be considered throughout the GDF siting process. That is, to seek to ensure that the social and economic impact of a GDF will benefit the community. It represents value for money and aims to minimize the impact on the environment. It must also be feasible to both design, construct, and operate the facility, and to transport the waste and construction materials to the facility, all of which must be done safely and securely. Otherwise, the requirements will not be met and the GDF will not be built in that location. We're constantly working to improve our understanding, so we make well-informed decisions.